Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooklyn, and for today's video I'm doing another reading vlog. I'm going to be reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This book is very highly anticipated for me. I've been very excited and eager to read this, and I'm finally getting around to it. I'm just excited to read this. The story and the whole backside of this sounds very interesting. I hope you guys enjoy this video. It will also be spoiler free, so if you haven't read this book you don't have to worry about getting spoiled on anything. Once again, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's just get into it. Hi guys, so I am going to be starting this book. Basically this book takes place in France, 1714, and on the back it says, in a moment of desperation, a young woman named Adeline meets a dangerous stranger and makes a terrible mistake. It will be 300 years before she stumbles into a hidden bookstore and discovers someone who can remember her name, and suddenly everything changes. Background knowledge that I have of this book is she meets a stranger, she makes a deal to live for a long time, but in exchange for that, the people she meets will forget who she is until someone doesn't. I've seen many great things about this book. I'm very excited to read it. I'm scared that this is going to take me a while. I've heard that it is a slower book. I'll let you guys know what my thoughts are after starting this book. I got to page 53. I'm not great with Roman numerals, so I'm not 100% sure what chapter that is. I feel like it's like 5, right? 5 or 4? Is that what that one is? Apparently I don't know my Roman numerals because that is 11. Not 5 or 4. Way off. I will be honest, reading this was kind of difficult. I feel like I'm in a minor slump. So starting this book, I kind of feel like I wasn't really reading it or that into it. I feel like I was being forced to kind of read it. But as the story got going, it made more sense and I started to understand it, because I feel like this writing is very not as easy. That's like my best descriptor I can give to it. There's a lot to it and you have to focus when you're reading it. I've gotten to the part where she makes the deal with the shadows, stranger, this like god. So there's gods in this world that respond to when you pray. Addie prayed when the sun was going down, and that's the time that you shouldn't be calling for them. Dare I say he's kind of attractive. Leave it to me to be attracted to the like shadow thing that curses her. If you read the book, you understand why I'm saying that. Let's just say he comes in the form of a very attractive man. Sometimes the way he speaks, he's very smooth. I don't know where I was going with that, but I thought he was attractive. I wrote hot next to one of the things he said. So assuming I can see why this book is slower, because we have to live with Addie for the amount of time that she decides to live for. I'm liking it. I like Addie as a character. I like the things she says, the way she thinks, and it's very interesting because it's like set in the 1700s. Obviously I read a little bit last night, so I'm on chapter 2 of part 2. This part is called The Darkest Part of the Night, which is interesting. I like how it is in parts, and then at every new part there's this like information about these art pieces, and they all relate to Addie in some way, and I'm hoping there's gonna be like some bigger picture with them. We just met another character. I haven't really talked about this as much, but so far what I've read, her kind of understanding what she can and can't do with this new power she's been given, and then what I just read is her back in New York, and we meet a new character. His name's Henry. He's very complex. Like obviously this book is making my brain work really hard and I'm enjoying it, but like I'm also not. Got to the part in the back where she found this hidden bookstore called The Last Word, and that is where Henry works. We also get dual point of view from this, so it's third person, but now we're in the perspective of Henry and his life. This man, I cannot get a read on him at all. I'm assuming this is the one that remembers Addie based off the back. He has some stuff going on inside, and I'm really curious to figure out more about his character. I'm on page 99, not even that far through it. in a new location. I moved my room around, so that's fun. A lot has happened since the time that I last checked in. Yesterday, where I left off, I believe I was in chapter 2 of part 2, and I just finished whatever chapter this is. I'm not dealing with the Roman numerals right now. Damn, I think it's 10. It is 10. So I'm growing as a person. So I started listening to it on the audiobook or the audio version on Spotify. First of all, the shadow thing that cursed Addie, why do I like him? I think it's because he shows up as like this figment that she likes. Hearing it also in the audiobook is so fun because the woman who is doing the voices, she kind of changes her voice and really enunciates the words and just exaggerates everything. It's more entertaining than me just reading it. I can understand the context and how they're trying to say it or how it should be said. And then we're getting more point of views from Henry. I'm so excited to be getting more chapters from him. And we got to the part 2. This isn't a spoiler because it's on the back. Addie tries to go back to the bookstore to return a book and he remembers her. He goes, "Are you being serious right now?" Because she tried to say that her friends bought her the book and she'd like to exchange it. And he looked at her, he's like, "Are you being serious right now?" She goes, "Yeah, I want another book." And he goes, "You are being serious." And then he goes, "I remember you from yesterday." So then him and Addie go to get coffee and then they just start talking and stuff and their relationship's developing more, and I just love it. I'm so curious to see how this is all gonna pan out. I have some theories. I don't know if they're 100% right. I wrote them down on these sticky notes. It's chapter, I believe, 9, because now I'm on 10, so that was chapter 9. I definitely think it's an opposites attract between the two of them. Initially going into this, the reason why I did start the audiobook is because I was getting a little bored with it and I wasn't that drawn to the story, but it's so layered and complex that the further you get into it, more is revealed and it just makes it that much more exciting. We got a name for the darkness. So I have made it to part 3. So I'm on part 3, page 163. You guys, if you're reading this, I would highly recommend to listen to the audiobook if you feel it's a little slow or you're not as interested. I started this book kind of in a slump, low-key, and I probably should have gone into a more palate cleansing book and not, I feel like this is very deep and not like an easy read, but it's not like a hard read, but it's also not an easy read. So starting off in this, I wasn't too intrigued and interested because it was so slow. And then yesterday, like I mentioned, I started the audiobook. 10 out of 10, great. It made me really excited to read and it just got me back into it more. I feel like I'm making progress in the book. I'm definitely gonna get through it slower than I'd like to, which is okay. I don't need to rush through books and I definitely want to take my time with this one. Guess what I did? Pulled out the highlighter. So I just want to update you guys. I'm loving it. Something just happened in the story and I can't even tell you guys because it's a spoiler, but I'm so excited. It's present day New York timeline. If you've read the book, you might know what I'm talking about. I'm like halfway through it, maybe halfway. So we have a lot of the story to go, but if what I think is actually true or what is being said is true, it confirmed like a theory that I had. But I'm so excited and I cannot contain my excitement. I love this book. I love this book and I would really recommend anyone to read this. As of now, I haven't gotten to the end yet, so obviously my statement might not hold. I'm like so giddy about this. I need to tell someone. The chapter is literally 2 pages. Part 4. If you're curious of the full in-depth page, it's chapter 13, page 220 to 221. I have made a lot of progress in this book this weekend. I am currently on chapter 6 of part 4, I think. But I have 2 hours and 14 minutes left. I've been bouncing back and forth, but I read majority of it yesterday, and then during like little tasks throughout the house I've been just listening to on audio. But it's getting really intense and really crazy right now, and something just been revealed that's, I guess, a big plot point, and I'm excited to keep reading. I really would love to finish it tonight, but I don't know if that's possible because it's already 11 o'clock. So last night I didn't get around to finishing the book. Obviously it was getting really late and I needed to go to bed. I'm on chapter 13 in part 6 right now, and we have been spending a good chunk of time with Luke and Addie and seeing their relationship and just what it has evolved to over the 300 years that Addie's been alive. And I love Luke, so I'm not mad about these parts and moments. It's fun to kind of seeing how they interact with each other and what's going to happen, especially with Addie and Henry and then Addie and Luke. So page 406, and there's 440 pages in here, so I'm planning to finish it in the next like hour hopefully before I have to go to class. I just got back from class, I had some lunch, and now I'm going to finish this book. I'm on, I think this is chapter 14. If you've read this book, I'm scared I might cry. I don't know if I will, but I'm gonna record regardless because I have about 20 pages left, so we'll see. I don't know. But if you've read the book and you know what happens, I'm so scared. I don't know how to feel about it. The ending was very interesting, and I feel like I need to watch TikToks or go read other people's thoughts and opinions on this. I really enjoyed this, and I loved Addie as a character and just seeing her life through the whole time that she's been alive and what she's learned, and the entity that she made the deal with, and Henry who's introduced along the story. Is just, I loved all the characters in it. I loved their dynamics and their own personal stories, and you got to learn from them and see them grow as people and just navigate life. I didn't expect the ending at all. I obviously figured something would happen, but it didn't go the way I thought it would. But I do like how it wrapped up. It just, I feel like it leaves it a little open-ended. I don't know, it's like you can go in circles with it all day, but I really enjoyed this book. It's not one of my absolute favorites, like in the sense of 5-star feeling, but yeah, I think I'm probably leaning towards like a 4.75 star. That's probably where I'm at. It's not a 5-star for me, but if it is, maybe it's like a solid 5-star and nothing more. But right now it's like a 4.75. That's all I have right now. I'm kind of confused.